Yo, what's up everybody? It's Andrew Darko. Back with another iPhone review, and this time we're going way back to 2020. Yeah, you heard that right. The iPhone SE from 2020. But it's 2025 now, and the tech landscape has, to put it lightly, changed. So the question is, does the iPhone SE 2020 still hold up in 2025? Let's dive in. Alright, let's kick things off with the design. It was basically an iPhone 8 with upgraded internals, which meant, you guessed it, big bezels. And that classic home button, which, don't get me wrong, has its place in smartphone history, but in 2025, it feels kinda, well, ancient. I mean, we're living in a world of all-screen OLED displays, right? Phones are pushing 6.7 inches, even 7 inches, with bezels slimmer than a credit card. Meanwhile, the SE is rocking a 4.7-inch LCD screen. No 90HE, no 120HE, just the standard 60Hs. Look, I get it, some people love the classic iPhone design, but in 2025, the SE just looks and feels like it's stuck in the past. Okay, let's talk battery life, because that's where things start to get really real, with the SE 2020 in 2025. In a nutshell, it's not pretty. I'm talking about struggling to get through half a day of moderate use. See, back in 2020, a 1821 mAh battery wasn't terrible for a phone this size. But in 2025, with power-hungry apps, constantly updated software, and, 5 years of battery degradation, it's a recipe for disaster. And the worst part, there's no MagSafe, so wireless charging is out of the question. Fast charging? Forget about it. So if you're someone who uses their phone a lot throughout the day, be prepared to carry a charger everywhere you go. Alright, moving on to the camera. Now the iPhone SE 2020 actually has a decent camera for 2020 standards, but in 2025, it's showing its age. It's rocking a single 12-megapixel wide-angle lens, no ultra-wide, no telephoto, no fancy LiDAR scanner. Night mode? Nope. Cinematic mode for that blurry background bokeh in videos? Not a chance. Look, the camera can still take decent photos in good lighting, but in low light, images get grainy and noisy. Okay, now for the million-dollar question. How does the iPhone SE 2020's performance hold up in 2025? Remember that A13 Bionic chip I mentioned earlier? Yeah, that was a beast back in 2020. It was even powering the flagship iPhone 11 Pro models. But it's been 5 years, and the tech world has moved on. While the A13 is still no slouch, it's starting to show its age, especially when it comes to running the latest software. iOS 18 is a pretty demanding operating system, and the SE 2020 can feel a little sluggish at times. Apps take a bit longer to load, animations aren't as smooth, and multitasking can be a bit of a pain. And gaming? Well, if you're playing casual games like Candy Crush or Angry Birds, you'll probably be fine. But if you're into more graphically demanding games, be prepared for some serious lag and frame rate drops. So should you buy the iPhone SE 2020 in 2025? Honestly, absolutely not. Look, it was a great phone for its time, but in today's world it just doesn't make sense. The outdated design, weak battery life, aging camera, and struggling performance make it hard to recommend to anyone. You're much better off looking at other options like the iPhone 13 or 14, or if you're on a tight budget, even a used iPhone 15 would be a much better value than the SE 2020 in 2025. Peace out.